everyone. How are you? Is everything going good? Yep. Brilliant. Let's see what happens. I'm a little bit nervous. Oop. Making lots of noise, like always. Let's see. Hello, Anastasia. How are you? What is your question today, Anastasia? Oh, it's nice tonight. Feels very relaxed. Jamie, how are you? How are you both? I'm glad that it's slow chat just because then I can relax a little bit more. Someone interested you in your new class. What class are you taking, Jamie? Hello, Mary. I think the whole idea is you might be scared of this attachment. Like, what would I say? Obviously, I would say that this is a yes, definitely in cooperation, wanting to play. But then you're scared of this for some reason. So I would question why you feel scared about that. So yeah, I feel like you have to let go of the fear of getting attached to someone. But yes, for sure, Chama. Mary says, is my person looking at my social media? Ooh. Well, you have King of Pentacles in reverse. So someone's looking at your social media. Someone that likes money, but is actually a little bit broke right now. So they're just like working on their own money journey. But yeah, someone's looking at your social media. So if that fits the bill, then yes. Anastasia says, what is Hassie feeling for me? It's hard because they are kind of prioritizing money over love right now. The cards tell them to kind of look for money instead of love. Like, to look for love instead of money, sorry. So they might be in a kind of flux here where they don't know which one they want to go for. Anastasia. So that could be a hard one for them. Hello, Tetty. Jamie says med school. Oh, so much pressure. Fabi says, will my person contact me the second week of September? Love ya. You got the world. So I feel like they're kind of exploring. That they are trying to, like, what would I say? It's like they contact you for France with a buttered croissant going, oh, it's so lovely, I wish you were here. So possibly I don't know why I thought friends, but I was thinking like it's kind of like that bit where they're like on the balcony going, "Oh yes, my darling." I don't know why, Fabi. So I would say so. Maybe a postcard. Prinyaka says, "What is going on in S's mind for me?" says Prinyaka. You got the Fool in reverse. This means that this person might be more of a immature in nature. But because it's in reverse, that means that they put on their adult hat. They become more mature. So this could be that they're kind of like, they're not usually serious about things, Prinyaka, but with you, they are trying to show you that they're serious. Whether or not they kind of really, hello Shrek, get over that, that's kind of the thing. Will F is contact me? Shrek, you always have the same question. Have you even met this one? Oh, it'd be funny when you actually finally meet this person and you ask about, will F contact me? It feels like lines were like lost. Kitak Satoropos. I feel like this person might have reached out before, but then you kind of crossed, it's like lines were crossed in your connection and you kind of lost contact. And I think you'll have to like reach out to them, not them reach out to you, because it seems like they might have lost some of your contact details or something. Sparkly says, September reading for me. Okay, weirdly enough, you've got 2 queens, which I usually don't. I hesitate reading these as the same person, but Queen of Pentacles in reverse could be that you're depending on too much of someone else, or you are in a self-efficient manner now, so you're earning money for yourself. Queen of Wands in reverse, you are depending too much on someone else because you tend to be more extroverted in nature. So these 2 queens could be you, or they could be other people around you that you are affected by. So this could be like your mother, your mother-in-law versus you. It could be a sister. So Queen of Wands tends to be very extroverted, very playful in nature, but when in reverse, they tend to rely on themselves or usually on others to give them that kind of extrovert. Okay, Niha says, hello, may I know if P has feelings for me? Firstly, they have quite a lot of options. They don't know who to pick. This is also a life choice for them. So this can be like, usually when I bring these up in readings, it usually means that there is a life choice to be made for this guy, whether to stay single or to go into a relationship. Also feeling like they're not very happy with some things that you do. You might have that kind of a feeling of high maintenance when they don't have that kind of vibe about them. So they could be just like different status, different kind of priorities in life. If they're chasing you and you seem high maintenance and they're low maintenance, they'll be a little bit upset about that. So, and Jolly says, love reading for the next couple of months. I think reevaluate what you're putting out there firstly. In Jolly, this is like go back on your board if you're kind of using internet things, or just be wary of what you're putting out there. It's like, are you wearing your best stuff when you go out and do this? It's also saying karma. So be careful of what you actually put out there, because it's coming back to you in spades. There's also reverse judgment here. Karma and reverse judgment. So it could be that you could be acting out because of exes. I would say that that's what I'm thinking, is someone's treated you unfairly and you could be lashing out to other people because you're still dealing with the unfairness of that relationship. There's also Seven of Cups in reverse, so that means that you might not see anyone that you particularly like or desire, and it possibly means that you're just putting out the wrong thing. You might not be using your dressing, or like what would I say, well groomed in public. Women tend to pick up more of the subtleties in life and that might be something that you might need to deal with. Does he miss me? Says Lara Spark. Well, yeah, he does see you as a queen. Queen of Wands tends to be very extroverted. Tends to have a lot of energy for other people, tends to be more outdoor person than the rest of the card suites. So yeah, I feel like when people see you still as a queen and they see the positive aspects of you, that means that they miss you. But it's also that they might have not felt or measured up enough. And so therefore they kind of felt they didn't get the treats and they didn't get the birdie compared to a lot of other things. So they might have just thought that you had a different chemistry. So okay, so Mary, will you have a boyfriend sometime? Hello, Akita. Yes, you have new love. So new person has stirred up your romantic feelings. There you go. And worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work at your love life. So don't panic. It's coming. It's just taking it's time. Princey, hello. How does ND view me? Very one-track minded. Very much detail orientated, very into their work. So I would say that they see your drive and ambition. They also see you as being really confident of the future. So they see you as being wanting to do all of these things at once. One track minded, possibly that you kind of put your mind to it and then you kind of stick with it. So therefore anything that you don't really want, you kind of block it out. So Princey, good job. Shrek says, how does Teresa Shanda feel after we meet? Well, I don't think you met her yet, so you know. Oh, okay. King of Wands, a +8 of Wands. You're gonna be chasing her for sure. Like trying to do all those tricks. King of Wands though, reverse. Very dependent on the connection. Possibly a little bit too desperate, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. You'll be trying to chase her around and she'll be like, so yeah. Hello, Anaju. How are you? Oh my god. When will I meet Treasure Kenda? After a certain event. So death cards are when your series of your life moves forward. So there's got to be something that comes to an inevitable end. So Shrek, if you're still at school, I would say that it's when you either graduate school or you go from a certain grade to a next grade. I would say it's possibly that, because it would be a decent change. It's not, death cards don't come up that often. They don't come up for things like little things like you walk out the house and like your cards are like, there's a death card. No, they're kind of trying to not scare you that much, but they're after a certain event. That doesn't mean like a death. It's just like a death cycle, like something ends. And the best way of ending is to bring you something new. Without that, then yeah, the world would never change. So Temperance in reverse. How is your future spouse personality when you meet and marry? Quite a chaotic person. I would say that you'll possibly be the person that needs to temper how chaotic their life is. They're very much spontaneous. Though saying that, it's kind of weird that came up too. So you're kind of maybe slightly younger than them or a little bit immature in life. So even if they're chaotic, they still have a certain amount of life experience compared to you. So I would say they're a little bit older than you. Possibly not by much, but usually when that kind of comes up, this would be you, the little tiny kitty cat, and the big kitty cat. And because this is not reverse, that means that this big kitty cat is looking after the little tiny kitty cat. So I would say that you do have this kind of connection where even though they're chaos, they still have some kind of life experience. They also tend to be very on it. So they could be like one of those people that comes home and then quickly gets dressed, and then they go and they kind of go out the door again because they're like, oh yeah, I need to go somewhere. So they will be always constantly moving your life along, which is interesting. I think you'll like this kind of connection because your life will never stop. It will be really interesting. Which could be like after a while you're like, oh my god, but okay. Hint and Shaman's current feelings for Riddhi Gupta. It's kind of weird because we have a Queen of Pentacles in forward up. So this feminine aspect of this relationship is very much in for the money. They very much achieve what they set out to. So this is not gold digger energy. It's more like this person wants to start their own business. They want to actually achieve money. They want a career. They want success. But there is this stuck. This is like, let's say how annoying this would be. This little catty is stuck in the flywire and can't get out. This is also a get up and go card, so it might be that this person's stuck and the other one's like get up and go. So therefore there's kind of this kind of push and pull between both of them, is that there's just a lack of possibly effort on one part and a lot of stuckness in the other part. So it could be that they're arguing about money and finances. The woman feels way more stuck in the financial aspect, and the guy doesn't care because he's doing his own thing. So yeah, there is some arguments, yeah. So someone's taking it out on the relationship. So what my advice would be to try and negotiate a better terms with your partner. There's got to be like a break where that woman can move forward with what she wants to do, or it's never going to work. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Sheila. Sheila says, no worries, Mary. Okay, so where did I get up to? Yeah. Cheryl says, how does Denver feel about me? Okay. This is an interesting one because we usually get this, especially when you're asking about guys. And I usually say that it's the choice about being single compared to being in a relationship, because guys are smart. I'll tell you that they choose whether they really want to be with a partner because they know that the women will bust them around like crazy. Magician in reverse. So it could be that they're stuck with this life problem and they don't have any idea about manifesting this. Like, they possibly don't have an idea of negotiating what they want to start out a relationship. So a lot of times with guys in most modern day societies, they don't know how to negotiate how they want the relationship to go, because they want to be the nice guy, and so therefore it's just hard. Cheryl, so that could be that they don't know, and you might just have to sit there and go, if we were together, what would you want? Because they don't know how to approach that. So can I ask another question, please? Does Hassie love me? Hello, Adita. Does this person love you? It's hard because they kind of seem very overly dramatic. If they have like a downfall or a trip, or they fall over, they're the first ones to cry. They're like, oh my god, please. So they don't admit. I don't feel like these people, like this guy, admits much. Possibly slightly narcissistic, or possibly even fully narcissistic. From this nature, I would feel like he's always about himself. The Emperor's kind of weird because he's waiting for the world to fall apart. He's watching his work crumble. So I feel like I'd be careful of him, because that's what I'm picking up from that. Alexi says, will me and my friends be able to safely move and live together next year? Well, yeah. I feel like he'll be able to organize things. I think you will still have to let some fear go, because not all of the things will be good. That's why. I'm wondering why I have only a certain amount of light, and it's because I haven't turned the light on. Give me a second. So yeah, I feel like you'll have to just let go of some of your fear, because yeah, I think you will, but it's not completely safe. Yeah. Hello, Equika. Hello. Aditi says new subscriber. Thank you. September month reading. Shrek, I think you've asked like 3 questions. After this, you'll have to like wait at least 30 minutes. So a love read. So Aditi, September month love reading. Okay, this is actually really interesting. So Hierophant can be a teacher. It can be that you have a certain amount of experience in your life, especially when it comes to love. I feel like this is actually you. So I think that you're very wise and you should choose to believe yourself. I think you've got enough experience there. And this 3 of Swords in reverse, which is usually my heartbreak card, but when it's in reverse, it means that you're healing your heart. So I feel like just take your time. Take your time. Know that you're healing your heart right now. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to get angry, get angry. Just go through all your emotions. And when you feel like it's wise enough to act, Aditi, it will come together. Okay? Just trust it. Okay? Choose your own time frame, okay? So Shrek says love read for September, October. Hello, Rupali. Oof, 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 oof. That just swung out. But I think it was coming out with this one. So I feel like that's the one that I want to choose. Ace of Wands in reverse. My friend, you need to work on your approach with women. I think it's way too desperate. I don't know. I feel like, you know, those like movies, I don't know whether you get them a lot in India, the ones like you have the slightly geeky guy and then he learns all the pickup lines and he's practicing them every single day and everyone's like, oh my god, just relax. Shrek. Women are not like going to laugh at you, okay? Is my colleague M waiting for me to reach out to me, or will he reach out? I think this person cares about you a lot, so it could be that they are just waiting for you to kind of realize that they are here to mean you no harm. This is kind of peace offering, so I think that they'll reach out to you, possibly, or contact you to go out for a meal. This could be like shared a meal, but yeah, there's like want you to know that they're offering you no harm. So we'll probably they will contact you, I feel. Ikira Waggers, Aries, deep feelings for me. Is this a relationship, casual, or something deeper than love? Please answer. Thank you. Okay. Weirdly enough, this came up. Ikwa, Galini. This one says separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I would say that they're not particularly serious. Weirdly enough, I think you already know that kind of feeling. Is they really don't, yeah. They're not particularly on the same level as you, I think, in life. What is BP's current feelings towards me? He's a Leo and I'm a Pisces. Adwita, this came out here. So this is a card of over flirtation, the kind of like overflowing. Waterfall can mean just over flirtation, so it could be that you're showing that you're trying to impress this person, and knowing Leos, they need something to chase. So I would say kind of back off a little bit, still show that you're interested, but don't kind of make obvious moves, because yeah, they need something to chase. Leos kind of are one of the ones that will know that they're attractive. Will Capricorn boy be single? Is single? This is a Tower moment. Fall down of a relationship. Also, this is Four of Pentacles, which is actually kind of interesting. So I would say this person's in a separation at the moment. They possibly don't want to get in another relationship, because yeah, they've actually, this is not overspending, this is not saving money, but this is overspending it because it's in reverse. So they really cared about this person. I think when you see that, you can kind of realize that people like that don't spend money on a whim. They usually care a lot about the person that they spend money on. But this is the Tower, which means that it fell down because it was a very fast build up. They're trying to rebuild this at the moment, so they are in a separation, but I don't think that they will choose someone else. They've got too much invested in that one. Jane says, what does B think and feel about my photos on social media? They kind of got over looking at your social media every single day. They might have just got a little bit too overwhelmed by emotions, and they kind of shut down. So they're possibly in a stage of moving on from these things and not checking it as much, because after a while we just kind of so that's yours, Jane. We kind of shut down, I think we do. Andrew says, Siddharth's feelings about me. That tower card, rebuild. So yeah, Andrew, it's a rebuilding of something. It just might not be doing it at the moment. Leo says, does S want to come back to me? Missing me? I think they're kind of wary of you. There's a little bit of a kind of yeah, there might have been something that happened in this relationship that kind of made them realize who you were. So this could be something that they're kind of wary about, and they might still want to be with you, but they're still trying to convince themselves no. So this could be that they saw a little bit of anger. They might have seen a little bit of pettiness. It depends, because I'm not going to like shame you because that's not fair. It could be just that they didn't see that you were their perfect match, so they kind of judged that. Okay, so has Tian grown, please? Well, firstly, I saw this, which is King of Swords. So they have a Knight of Swords and a King of Swords. So this is actually quite interesting because these usually are different people. This could be the stages that they've grown. So Knights of Swords is actually chaos incarnate. This is a person that will come in and they will come in for tea and they'll leave a pile of destruction. They're just like, how would I describe this? Like, there's an episode of Mr. Bean where he completely wrecks the automated house that he goes and sees, and at the end it just falls down. That's kind of the person. But King of Swords is very measured, intellectual, very calm, kind of a little bit more methodical, tends to think very much, and is very articulate. A very, very interesting card. And then Ace of Pentacles, so they tend to accept a lot more. They tend to accept a lot more that's to offer. They say yes more with things. So they're doing very well. Shirley, that's Tian's progress right now. And Jolly is next. How will be my destined personality, zodiac sign, more details about him. Well, it looks like he's water. Yeah, I would say definitely a water sign. So there is definitely signs of water here. I can't think of off the top of my head. There's only 2 water signs, so I think that's Aquarius and Virgo. I'm thinking of them, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, very much a person that likes talking. Possibly a little bit too much. Gets really happy about everything. Tends to be one of those people that goes, oh yeah, I've got this idea. Like, what would I say? Like the crazy dad that keeps on doing DIY. I feel like that. That is the thing. He'll be like, oh yeah, honey, I have this idea. Goes to his shed and goes, oh, never mind, I don't have the tools. So yeah, very much like that. Has a certain amount of get up and go. Tends to be always, yeah, it does tend to have quite a lot of energy. Tends to not think very much into that process stage. Has to go back and think about it before he does anything. So it could be like, oh honey, I thought about this. I thought about buying a boat. And then has to go, wait, do we have enough savings for a boat? Tends to give what he gets. So if you kind of mean to him, he will kind of be like, well, that's not particularly fair. So I think that he'll be fun to be with, just because he'll just have an enthusiasm for life that you can't tame. That's yours, Anjali. Tanya, hey love, do you think I will get a boyfriend anytime soon? This seems like inner world, self world. I don't think so, but this might be a time to think about more like yourself, your dreams, your desires, your goals. anything that helps you, excuse me. I had fish tonight and it was good. But I'm now feeling it like that. So Tanya, it's time to look after yourself first. So if you tend to be the giver person, kind of, yeah. How will the week go? This is kind of weird because this kind of feels like a story. So we'll start off with tomorrow. You'll start out extremely focused. Very much on your path. You will get what you want with your focus the day after. It looks very good. You will be very much working on what you want. And then you'll get stuck on something the day after. So these are like 5 days. So this is probably the weekend, Saturday. You'll get a little bit stuck. And then the moon. So that'll be to finish your work day off. So this could be that you get stuck a little bit working. And then you ask for advice. Be careful who you get advice from, because you, like, everyone does it. We tend to ask the people that are unqualified, and oh boy, we get all opinions. Hello, Peach Love. So Sumbla, that's your rest of your week. Good luck with that. It looks really amazing. You're going to be really hyper focused. Don't worry about the stuckness. It probably just is one of those things. When will I meet my true love of my life? It's kind of interesting because there's the Tower moment, and then there is the, can I read this? 8 of Cups. Which means that there is kind of a bit where you'll meet this person. Instant chemistry. But then because you build it up so fast, you'll it'll fall down. Which is actually kind of weird because it's also to be continued with how you see your life. This is dissatisfaction. This is more dissatisfaction about how you see your world, how you live your life. So it could be that you're not spending your time in the right areas that you want to spend your time with. So you could be actually putting your energy, your time, and your thoughts into something that's not going to work. And I would suggest, if you're feeling unhappy right now, you need to figure out where your attention's going, because where your attention goes, your energy flows. So you need to kind of think about that. When you get that kind of bit where you feel like you are going the right track, I'm very sure you'll meet this person. And then you have to kind of work on this, because you will have a Tower moment. That doesn't mean that you won't keep this person. So I would say this is going to be in the next 2 years. I keep on saying next 2 years, but I feel like most of the time people don't realize how close their partners are, like, to them. This could be like someone you just bump into, but as soon as you know them, you will know. A cat says, hi, what's coming up with this month? Ooh, Queen of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful Queen of Wands. I feel like time with family and friends are coming up. Schedule time with your family and friends if you can, or schedule time on voice time, like voice chat, because you need it. Also, let go of control. There's something that you're controlling very, very hard. This card's telling you to let it go. Let it go. Chop it. It will resolve out with its thing. Will I have a good future with Waggers? He is my soulmate. This guy feels like he takes a very, very long time to do anything. Also, he tends to be focused very solely on the present. He tends to not look to the future. When you're actually making plans, you need to see the future. So this means that I don't feel like this person has any kind of rationality to get married, to have kids, to build a house or something like that, because you need more pre-planning to get to a certain space. So it's hard, because I feel like most of the time he could be very solely looking at the present and not looking at the future at all. And it takes a very slow time to get around to anything. So you might actually lose your patience with this relationship before it even gets to there. Miriam says, do they believe me? Jay, of course you can. It's hard because this came up here. Can we get a clarifier for this card, please? I think that they want to believe you, but they also don't see the option of believing you right now. So they really, really want to believe you, but they also don't feel like they can completely trust what you said, because they can't see that as an option. Is the text message that Keegan sent me positive? It's hard because this symbolizes for me an argument. So they're not particularly happy with you right now. Even if it seems like they want to offer you something, but they're also upset with you, which kind of doesn't make sense. How would I explain this? They don't like what you do, but they also want to give you an olive branch or a peace branch. So they want to be positive about it, but they still don't, like, let's say you have something of an annoying personality sometimes, and that can get in the way about people actually liking you or offering you things. Now, this might not be like a overarching personality. This could just be like Keegan feeling that way compared to anybody else. So yes, Destiny is positive. No worries, Anastasia. Should I stay at my current university? I think that you have a overabundance of energy. Whatever you do, how would I explain this? This university is not draining you of excess energy. You got some very, very, very strong, you're a very, very energetic person, and I don't think this is challenging you enough. If this is like leading up to the end of your thing, I would stay on, but I would also suggest that you find something else to put your energy in, your excess energy in, possibly sports, because Knight of Swords outside, just rolling around in the grass. So yeah, I would say that if you're nearly at the end, stay on, but funnel your energy into something else. Yeah. So possibly sports or something. Find yourself a university team that you can play with, because you have too much energy right now, Jay, and you need it burnt off because you can't concentrate. You're not getting enough of that. Yeah. I have a love reading. Interesting. Okay. This is an excess of love. This could be that you still love an ex and you haven't got enough room in your heart for something else, which means that when we kind of don't hold what would I hold the flow of energy, like the universe won't give us any new stuff because it's like you've already got this. Like it's not going to give you anything else. There is a life choice here though for you, Sumbler. This is a major decision. This would change the course of your life, so that can be something major that I would suggest you thinking about, because that is important. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly change the balance on this. Weirdly enough, I changed the auto white balance because it was just too red before, and it's now too white. My life, guys. So King of Cups in reverse means someone that is incredibly emotionally attached to one person, and this is Queen of Swords, which actually kind of really scares me. Queen of Swords tends to be quite an intellectual person. She doesn't seem to be very highly emotional, and if there's a situation, she is possibly the easiest to get. The swords tend to be what I feel like more angry as people. That doesn't mean that you show anger, you just feel it. Ace of Wands in reverse. You need to rethink where you're going with this, but this seems to be a current connection. So King of Cups in reverse, Queen of Swords. It's kind of hard because I don't see this as being a very good positive match. King of Cups means that someone is emotionally relying on you to the state I would feel like how would I explain this? Cohabitating kind of bit where they can't exist without you, and that's not good. That's not a pressure that anybody needs. So Sumbler, I wish you well, but I think that you need to kind of rethink where your energy is going right now and kind of get over that ex, because yeah, my love, you're more intelligent than that. So this is for Lexi is done. Anita Gemini does Scorpio, the one to lead me to marriage. Okay, well, I'll try with these cards. Okay, how are we going? Okay, so Alexandra, it seems like it is. It says very soon. Clearly decide what you want, so it comes to you right now. If that's what you want, it is going to be done. Alexandra, you don't need to worry about that. Hello, Littlefoot. Is my colleague Maniac developing feelings for me? Is he interested? I feel like this is more for you. I always think of this being a self-addiction card when it's referred back to itself. So I feel like this is you, that you're possibly overthinking or you're addicted to your thought pattern, Rupali. And you might need to kind of think about that because you get very scared of things. So I feel like in general, you need to think about how you process your feelings about everything, because I feel like you're addicted to this. Rupali. What kind of person is new Leo? It's kind of hard because you're on the edge of deciding who you want in life, and you should kind of look at all your options and decide for yourself, because I think when you actually put them together, you kind of measure them up and go, oh yeah, actually this one will be better for me. A little bit. Priya says, is my lover truly love me? Do we end up marrying each other? That's a good question, Priya. How is everyone tonight? Hopefully everyone's going awesome. It's weird because this comes up with passion and chemistry, which is kind of weird, Priya. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and there is allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this is actually really interesting, because it could be that you guys are not there yet, but if you keep on having this, Priya, I'm very sure this will end up into a long committed relationship, because you have the building blocks that make it interesting and make it great. Leo says, one card from the romance angel deck on my love situation. Hello, kitty. Actually, there's 3. Let your friends help you. Love yourself first. Oh my god. Codependency and past life for relationships. So apparently you've known each other before. And codependency says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and let your friends help you ask and accept support from others. So I feel like that was a slight roast on those cards. Hello, Gracie. Sorry, Leo. That was definitely horrible. What does God want from me? Well, Gracie, it seems like you have a lot of options that God or a deity or the universe are putting out for you, and you can choose what you want. Like, you've just got to be a little bit more open and accepting of what's actually coming to you, and take those options when they do, because it's possibly that you're getting lots of things that you say no to because you don't see them as options, and so that's important. E2 says, will I get reunited with V? That's a good yes. easy, 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 easy. Yes. Gracie says, how does Benji feel when we messaged each other today? Thank you. That is still very interested in you. Wants to know more, possibly doesn't know, like is still really wanting to chase. Yes. Which is good, Gracie. Means that you're an interesting person. Sunblast says, can I have an angel card, please? Sunblast, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Hello, Bravna. No worries, Anjali. Ungmint says, I'm preparing Italia's test for coming January 22. Can it be a pass? Not while you're not seeing everything. I think that you've got to figure out, like, options. Like, what? How would I explain this? I'm even wondering myself. Okay. Can I have a clarifier, please? Okay. I think that you work hard just on your efforts alone, and you never really reach out and ask people to help you. So you're always sitting there doing stuff by yourself. Now, this is not good, because this means that you struggle so hard to get everything done. And you need to kind of think about how other people can help you. Ask for notes, ask for guidance, ask for advice. Because without, like, being critical of this, I think that you don't have enough to succeed yet, because you're not asking enough people their experiences or enough options in general to make that help you, because without that you're going to have a hard time. I made a YouTube video about the slander done to me by my coworker Shannon Robinson. Should I send it to people at my job? I did a romantic one and it just came up with new people. Actually, that makes sense. It says new love, but I would say it's new people. Yeah, I feel like don't do this at work. Cause yeah, I think in general the sun is about going outside and seeing a bigger, different place. So I wouldn't say at work, no, Christy. Hello, Christy, how are you? Hello, Lita. Hello, Bhavna. Zana says, we'll get true love. Will I get true love? I think Zana says. It's hard because, like, when people don't have question marks, then I don't know. So Zana, your thing is coming up with have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So you might be in a bit where you look at someone and you're like, he's amazing or they're amazing, and you haven't approached them You need to do it. The cards have shouted you out. Because that's what it needs. Current feelings of Brian towards me, Peach Love says. Shavasky with the love heart. Aww. Okay. So they're a little bit like dubious of maybe, I feel like they're not considering that you don't have many options on the table that you can't choose from. So they're sitting there going, oh yeah, it's like this person has like other options, Peach Love. So they're kind of worried that they don't measure up. Yeah, I feel like this is also them. Yeah, I feel like they're scared that they don't measure up to you, Peach Love. They're also kind of really worried about like falling in love with you. I feel like that is the thing. They don't want to fall in love with you just in case you break their heart. Because yeah, like you have so many options, they think that you can't be true, can't be real. This person can't be real. They think like Brian thinks, Peach Love, that you have such a great personality, that you're very similar to themselves, so they're really happy about that. But yeah, I'm a little bit scared that you can just run away. Shavasky says, what are Ratchet's feelings for me? I mean true love. Yeah, exactly. Go and talk to the person that you like. Cause yeah. You'll fall in love with them because you're sitting there waiting for them to come towards you. Ratchet's feelings as Shavasky is trust. This situation calls for you to have faith, but also there is a wedding. This situation involves a marriage. Wow, they're really getting on that. No worries, Christy. That's okay. That's okay. Christy, that's fine. Okay, so... Right, we're going to... And Charlie, when will I meet my person? This is interesting. That came up as when will you meet that person? When you have an argument. So you have a past argument. It might be who you're going to marry. And you'll have an argument. And I feel like you'll go out and you'll be angry. And then you'll start talking to this person that you meet, and they are the right person for you. They'll just sit there and listen while you rant. So yeah, I would say soon, Anjali. Mahini says, what are sunny feelings for me? Thanks. There's a sunshine and a love heart. Interesting. Okay. You have firstly Queen of Swords. So this person will see you as a very highly intelligent person. This is Eight of Wands. So you might have to reconsider how you go into relationships. It could be like a thing that you might need to reconsider. What demands you have for your persons. Like, let's say at the end of the day, a relationship all relationships are transactional, and so therefore you've got to be very careful of how you consider a relationship, because it might be that that person can't give you everything, not commitment wise, but like, just say if they're busy, they might not be able to give you time. But if your love language is time, then you might get upset with them, but they might be a love language of giving. Also, death card reversed means that you're holding on to a cycle that you need to let go of. There is kind of a bit where you're possibly holding on to an ex, or you're holding on to a time that someone's done something to you and you need to let that go because it's really hurting you. And love is in reverse, so this is a very strong connection. This is a old love. So this could be like someone that you know forever. Or someone, when you walk in, you feel like you've known them your whole entire lives. They're very, very calm, loving, but they feel like they know you. I would also say, because these are both reversed, you'll meet at sunset, which is actually really cute. So I would say that that would be the thing that, yeah. It looks so good. Oh, Mahini, it looks so good. It could be that you're currently with a partner. So let's say, like, there is that thing that if you're with a partner, your love is going to grow deeper. Yeah, you still have this Death and Ace of Wands, which I would say is going to be something about just letting go and reevaluating your life again. Julian says, I would like to know who's coming towards me in love. This is the Magician in reverse. So this might be a thing that you don't have a firm idea who you want to be with. Now, this is not good because then you don't have boundaries. You do not have tools in place to keep this relationship working, which is not great, because you need to have the idea of what kind of person you want to be, just so therefore then you can put in, okay, like, not messy if that's going to absolutely freak you out. But Queen of Cups, oh, gorgeous, emotional, soft, like staying at home. So it could possibly be a little bit more like thick. Really beautiful, but more curvaceous, I feel. Tends to stay at home, tends to care a lot about other people, tends to be more introverted, so stays at home. And Ace of Pentacles, I feel like when you meet this person, you have to say yes to them, because the whole idea is that you might not completely have an idea of whether you will be like the perfect person, but you've got to take it on yourself that they are. So they're very like emotionally loving. Like the Queen of Cups has that kind of emotional energy to themselves. So S says, when and how will I meet this person? Oh my god. Christy, did you get your email reading, my love? Okay, so when will I meet this person? His character. Interesting. Well, I think this is very soon for you, because this kind of feels like COVID, hiding away, being scared of the world, kind of feeling. Like we're all at home, like wearing masks out, so I feel like that's a thing. Yeah, very much like that. What are these person gonna be like? It's kind of interesting because they tend to feel like they don't have as many options, or they don't feel very emotionally their options kind of like limited. I feel like maybe life has given them a bad choice of cards, but they always seem optimistic and positive, and yeah, really out there. So therefore they've had a bad luck. They haven't been able to get as many options, or they haven't had available options. But they tend to be very bright, very cheerful, very optimistic. How will you meet this person? I think outside, like outdoors, maybe a garden party, somewhere outside with friends. I feel like you'll meet this person. No ways. I just asked you that, Christy. Oh no. What sign personality the one to lead me to marriage? If possible, when I meet him. Okay, let's quickly go through this. Okay, so this is King of Swords. This is your counterpart, and I can see why, because you're Queen of Pentacles. This would make a perfect match. Queen of Pentacles tends to be business orientated, financial orientated, tends to want to achieve quite a lot financially. A King of Swords tends to be a very intellectual person. I would say very much like a not financial, because obviously then it would be King of Pentacles possibly, but leadership qualities. He tends to be someone that's very charismatic, but he tends to be very knowledgeable, and that would make a perfect match. There is this bit where possibly you both have to figure out that you both are caring about each other more than actually that you might meet each other at the start and kind of get that attraction first. But it's interesting because you might have to realize that this person will be very triggered by words, and they want you to flirt with them, but they do not want you to hurt them. So it could be that if you're very cutting in your words or very mean to them, they're not going to be very receptive to that. They are possibly divorced, or that they have had an unfair relationship in the past that has made them feel very, very insecure or very distant from a relationship. When you meet this person, this is actually really weird because it says I would say it's kind of close. I would say this is going to be quite close. and it's based on you kind of growing into yourself that you'll meet this person. Also, this one's coming up. So this person, even though they're quite intellectual, possibly will act very foolish around you, very playful, because they're just they're just enjoying you. So yeah, I would say close, very close. Hi Jay, what is my current relationship a soulmate connection? Actually, I will ask the angel cards. Oh my god. Firstly, it says you deserve love. You are lovable. Release your ex. And worth waiting for. So it could be that technically this person's not the right one. Because it says divine timing is in work with your love life and you deserve love. So it could be that it's telling you that they aren't treating you very nicely. If they are, then I would say just keep waiting for them to kind of respond to you. But yeah, release your ex is coming up very strongly for that. Okay, so why did CLB X befriend me after I blocked him on other social medias? Well, I'm gonna get the romantic angels. Yeah. That's weird. Okay. Clarify, please. Okay, right. This guy, oh my god. I'm glad you dodged that bullet. This guy was like, no. For a very long time. Like, just flaky. And then as soon as you kind of went no, and you were like on the brink of like doing all of this, like blocking and stuff like that, he's like, no, I want you. Oh, bloody hell. Nah. That seems like a person. Shishil's feelings for me. They're full for you. Literally. Yeah. But Nima, Shishil is a fool for you. Sahela says, should I marry to a rich person? Oh. It's hard because this is a hangman. So how would I explain this? Can we define this, please? Can we ask for a clarifier? Because, yeah, I think that you kind of gave me the right card, cats, but I need another one, please. Just so I understand this. I think the thing is that it's telling you that you're not going to be happy no matter who you marry if you aren't happy with yourself first, I think. Also, the whole idea is if you keep on chasing this, you will leave that person with your fate. with your choices in the world. And so therefore they can choose to do what they will do to you. And the hardest part is the richer they are, the more choices of kind of choosing not to date you, or choosing to kick you out gets higher. So I would say that you have to figure out who you are, and like you should work on being rich yourself instead of expecting someone else to be rich for you, because yeah, you will get into a point that they will rule your life. So yeah, is your mother going to like Thomas for me? Thank you. Oh, he's a little bit abrasive, Xena. So I don't think the first meeting is going to go very well, but that's possibly because your mother's a little bit possessive of you, and so therefore she might feel like he's not the right one based on her preferences. Yeah. Ashi says, hello, can I ask for a general reading for me? Thank you. That one's supposed to come out too. Okay. Yeah, so Hashi, this one's got deception. Someone's wearing a false self-mask in the relationship. If this is you single, then I would say you're deceiving yourself. So when you go into a relationship, you're wearing the mask. You're trying to make people think that you're someone different, and then you show them the real personality, and that's kind of hard because we all do it. But in general, like if you're always lying to someone, all they remember is the lies. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. So I feel like in general, you're possibly looking at the wrong people to date, Ashi. And you need to think about that. Shishani says, hello ma'am, will I get a job? Oh. It's hard because you tend to be reaching out to a lot of companies and a lot of different places. And the cards are telling you to go specifically. So there could be that you're not making custom cover letters, or you're not like throwing yourself into the interview, like studying the company, making them believe that you're only thinking about them. So it could be that you're not particularly looking so finally that it's not going to be a problem for you to find a job. Yeah? So Hassini, I hope that helped, because that would be where I was thinking that card was coming from. Bing Mama says, will D reach out to me? Okay, so it's hard because yeah, it seems like they will, because they're going through like a good phase, but it's also justice, which kind of feels like like a swinging mood. Like if this person suffered like slightly like a bipolar, or they just instantly just switch for some reason, like that's kind of what I'm feeling. They want you to contact them, Big Mama. I feel like they want to contact you, and you have to say how nice it is to see them, because I think that they're kind of judging you by how you respond. Oh, it just feels like they're very happy on the outside, and sometimes they just like do this on the inside. I don't know why. I have no clue. Kind of erratic mood shifts, I feel. Next 2 weeks in love, says Ashley. This is kind of interesting. You came out with not to look at the big picture, but look at specifics. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So this is that you normally see a bigger picture, and this card wants you to see like the smaller minuta. Like it could be possibly that you sit there and go, I don't care who I want, like I don't care like who I'm going to date, they just have to be a good person. And I think in general, like you have to think, okay, is that going to be, you have to be specific. The universe is not going to give you anything unless you're very specific. I want this kind of person. Do I want them like the same size as me? Do I care if they're short? Like there's got to be specifics, because you're not going to manifest someone looking at the bigger picture. But it's also that this person might be older than you, or has more life experience than you. So usually, yeah, someone that's older, someone that's a little bit wiser than you, because they want to actually look after you, grow you, look after you, and feed you. So therefore, you're the little kitty cat. This is the big cat that you need to be dating. So have a look around, see if anybody in your list applies to that, because that's what you need to do. Or maybe put yourself in that thing that you look cuter, like Ashley, that you look younger. Maybe you're putting on like how would I explain this? Most people think I'm younger than I am, which would be funny because I think that now people will guess. And yeah, that's a general thing, is like maybe you're just making yourself look older, and you might need to make yourself younger and more cute. I don't know how to put that without sounding I don't know how to say that without being mean. Cute. Why is that such a bad word now? Cute is cute. And you're probably already cute. But you mean, like, instead of, like, have the Instagram bad look, like, be cute. I'll stop there, or I'm gonna get in trouble. What does the Libra feel about me currently? Rocky, it seems like they feel like you're a soulmate connection, or they're really attached to you. A Knight of Wands, they're trying to approach you, but they don't know how to approach you. Also, this is probably why you tend to be very blunt, not very tactful with your words. And so therefore they might sit there and go, I really love this person, or find them attractive, find them really like, oh my god, and they say mean things to me, which might not mean mean things to you, but you're trying to be honest that they're just not being able to deal with that. Tippy says, will I see A this weekend? Okay, that came out, so I would say that's that. They're really busy. Yeah, they're really fighting a battle there that you're not seeing, because they're knocking those mercies off the shelf, but they still keep on coming. They're doing very well though, so they're not struggling. They're still really busy, but they would really love to hear from you, or they're really thinking of you as well. So it could be that they're really wanting to know how you are. They really would like to see you, be with you, but yeah, they're basically struggling on their own things. So that was yours, Tippy. DK, what did DK think about my last message? They had a tower moment after you said stuff. Tower moments are when you build up a relationship quite quickly. This can be a friendship, this could be, but this is usually what I feel like romantic love, and then it falls down because it was too fast. And usually why this is a romantic love or something like a new interest that we completely get obsessed over is because we never put a sorry, I'm going to move the wine out of the way. We never put enough foundational work in it, so we get obsessed about it and then it just falls down. So they are in a feeling of, oh yeah, this this kind of fell down. I'm not feeling okay right now. Possibly a little bit delicate. Will they try to get back with you? Maybe. Or will they try to reconciliate if it's just a friend? Possibly, but they're feeling really shit right now. Hey, Prinyaka! Is there a reconciliation with R? They're doing their own thing. They're in their own little box. Are they kind of going to reconcile? They still really attached to you. That's what I feel like. They're possibly kind of hiding away from the world, doing their own thing right now. And they possibly don't want you to know, Sahar, how much of effect that you have on them. Do I feel like you could actually get them out of this? I don't think so. I think you've got to let them go through their own process, but they still really have some fond feelings of you, still attached to you. I don't think that they're going to go away, but they're going to be waiting on what you do, Sahar. Is S going to contact me? Any idea when? Prinyaka, you have pulled a reverse death card. I feel like you're holding on to this relationship, but this person has moved on and they have left you with thinking that you will be able to get that. Yeah, does that make sense? Like, you're going to be able to be with this person? I don't think so. I think this is gone. So reverse death means you're clinging on to the connection, and that you need to let it go. LM says, how does my Scorpio SR feel about me? Well, firstly, very strongly about this. This is kind of the lovers where you meet someone and it's like soulmate energy. You think, oh my god, this person can't be true. But then they are feeling a lack of stuff in their life. This could be that they don't feel ready to have like a commitment, they're not ready to have a family, and they're not ready to have kids. So you're like the right person, possibly at the wrong time for them, and they either want you to wait or move on because you're such a great person, and they see so much beautifulness in you, but they rather that you kind of had someone that could look after you, care for you a lot more. Jay says, hi, should I go for a career in computational biology? Well, firstly, this is Queen of Pentacles. Jay, this is interesting because this is, I would say, the person that's a bankroller. Also, you possibly will get stuck in this. So, how would I explain this? I think that this is kind of a good path for you, but I don't think that everything will be the best. So I think that there's the kind of an issue with a female and money. This could be mom, but she's kind of going to be a little bit angry if you spend more money, I think. But yeah, I don't think this is completely the right path for you, Jay. I think it's close, but I feel like computation, IT science, yes, but not everything, because I feel like you're going to go from being bored to be very stuck. And it's going to cost you money, because I feel like the Queen of Pentacles will be on your ass going, oh, you spent too much money. Yeah, so this could be a girlfriend actually, which would be actually interesting. Priya says, well, hey Adika, free soul. You're a free soul? I hope so. I haven't paid for a soul anytime soon. I'm looking for a free soul. Come and join us. Subscribe. Priya says, will AJ come back? Let's use the I'm teasing you, sorry. Will he come? Stay optimistic about your love life and give your relationship a chance. It seems like it might do. So you need to go positive and thinking, and faith will bring you romance and work on your partnership. So it seems good. Keep on working on it. Priya. What's Takashi's current feelings for me? But Diva is like, Asia card. Oh my god. Some of them are sassy. I'd rather have my cats. What's Takashi's current feelings for me? it's stuck on you. But then it's weird because Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Ooh, 2 women there. Ejaka Free Soul. There is 2 women here. Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. Now this could be 2 separate women. So this could be a mother-in-law. It could be a sister. It could be anybody. But there is 2 women right now. So Queen of Pentacles tends to be very financially driven. She is the masters of finance. She is the one that runs her business or is a management level position. She's all about money. Queen of Swords is highly intellectual, tends to be more, I would say, in a leadership role, or she works very much as I would say a researcher, scientist kind of feeling, or very much intellectual. So she could be someone that studies. Yeah. So it's very interesting because there's 2, and that's possibly why this person's stuck. Yeah, maybe there is another person. Ajinka. So you might have to be a little bit careful with that. That might backfire. Can I get a message from S, says Panyaka? So your message from S says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Ooh. How will my baking business go? When will I be able to figure out how I go ahead with it? It seems like SS, there is a male influence on this. King of Cups. So this could be you. This could be someone that you know that can invest stuff in there. So this is a very important person. So King of Cups, very highly emotional. Very, very much driven about people, even though highly introverted and very caring. So that could be someone that you need to ask to help you out. There is Empress in reverse, which means that there's a lack of creativity or lack of creative things. So I would say that you might have the nous to actually do this, but you're not advertising creatively enough. You're not seeking creative solutions to your problems. It could be that you have a lack of creativity in normal, and that's why you need the King of Cups to overcome that. It might not be that you actually have to ask this person for money, but you need to ask this person for ideas. So it could be that you need to really work on marketing, because you might not think creatively enough to actually put your name out there. Panima says, Angel card, please. Let your friends help you, Panima. I don't know why your friends would need to help you, but ask for and accept support from others. No worries, Priya. Cutie. Romance angel card. You're wanting the angels. I'll be like sitting there going, oh please. Okay, cutie. You got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner useful spirit to have fun and shine. Woo! That sounds amazing. What's Brian's next intentions moves towards me? Let's go back to the room. Yeah. Hello, Ten Clover! Hey! Oh my god. There's a lot of these ones. Brian's attentions. Jesus Christ. Deception, firstly. So this doesn't mean someone is lying to you. So it could be just a false self mask in this relationship. They don't want you to know something about them, which doesn't mean that this is a lie. This could just be that they're afraid, or you're afraid, and you're not showing the other partner what to do. It's kind of weird because it also says say for you to love. So I would say the deception is yours, that you're wearing a mask to impress them. And it says open your heart and receive the highest energy of all. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Calling in your soulmate. So this is kind of interesting right now. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together. And very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. So that's a lot for you, Peach Love. So 10 Clover asked me 1,000 questions. Oh my god. Where did I get to? We might have to say list actually. Yeah, let's call it list close. After all these questions have finished, I will call it. So if anyone's at the end of the line right now, go list is closed. So 10 clovers. So this is your answer, the sunlight. I would say that yes, if you're happy, optimistic, positive person, everyone will love you. So it feels like you need to kind of draw people to you that are useful. If you're just bouncy and outgoing, if you just ask for people studying notes 10 cloven, you will or help, they will give it to you. What can you tell me about my life, says Littlefoot. I always kind of feel like scared that people like they usually ask this question just because they're curious, and then I never hear anything about it ever again. I don't know whether people are getting scared about things. They get scared about these things that I pull up or something like that, or they feel like it doesn't apply to them. So it's kind of interesting because we got Queen of Wands and King of Swords here. So this might be, I feel like this is your parents, not you, which is kind of weird because this is also coming up. You might have had a very much a life, like a childhood life, where things were given to you. You didn't really need to work very hard on actually asking for things. You just some things just came to you. I think toys, or like you didn't have to ask, you just got presents. Or when you asked, they were given to you. Your dad, King of Swords, authoritarian, could be a little bit angry every now and again. Was very much like the ruler of the house. It was his rules. Your mom tended to be more of an extroverted social butterfly, I feel like more, what would I say, tended to be more like always there socializing with people. So I would say that your mom and dad tended to be quite busy, because if you look at King of Swords, they tend to be leadership, and Queen of Wands would be someone that would have more of an actress a role, or tended to be just good with people. So they could have just made up for a very busy, hectic life with just giving you what you wanted. So if that made sense, Littlefoot. Shavasky says thank you. Aditya Gemini, what's Agus Scorpio feel about our first date? His next action. It's interesting because it seemed like he doesn't know how to treat you. Like there doesn't seem to be anything really bad that you show this person, but they kind of are wary of people, or wary of dating in general. We also have the Magician in reverse. I think you're a closed book. I don't think this person knows exactly what you are or who you are, and so therefore you kind of really confuse them, because I don't think you really showed your personality or anything. You just, yeah. And so therefore they'll have a second date. If this keeps on going where they can't really pin you down, they might think, this is not for me because I don't understand who this person is. So you might need to be more forthcoming with who you are, because they don't know who you are. Yeah, I'm fine. I just work through it a lot. Will I get reunited with VP? Calling on your soulmate. Keep an open mind, and it's safe for you to love again. So whoever is supposed to come into your life will come into your life very shortly. So it's kind of like, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. It's safe for you to love, and calling in your soulmate. So I feel like if this is supposed to be, it will happen, Adorita. So you just need to kind of keep thinking about, visualize what it'd be like to be with this person, because if you're supposed to be with them, you will. Nancy says, someone's current feelings for me. It's kind of weird because they are tempted by you. There is a temptation towards you, but it's also that they either self-sabotage relationships or you do. So it could be that they're dealing with that they are wanting to test this. They could also be tempted by the feeling of a new relationship. So this is one of these things, Nancy, that I would watch them and see if they are always trying to test you, or you're testing them. And if you're testing them, kind of take a step back and wonder how you got that behavior. That's just one of those things. I would say. Zanab says, does my husband will do second marriage? Will they get a second marriage? They're saving up, but I don't think it's for a second marriage. I think they're looking for a place to live or a place to stay. So they're possibly saving up for a house. They have no idea if they will get married. Or get married again. They're saving up for a house. Hi! Current feelings of Russian towards Samanti. Sana, I have already answered your questions. If you have not heard them, I have answered them. Please go back in time and check them, because I have. So current feelings of Roshan towards Samarthi. It's hard because he's trying to reapproach this, because it could be that they're not understanding why like you're kind of being unapproachable, and they're kind of reevaluating that. So they might be chasing, and then you seem very cold, and yeah. Oh, that's a lot of questions, SS. That is a lot of questions. Will I meet this person? It's kind of hard because as financially stable, I feel like they're going to be going through a period of life where they're not. They usually are, but there's like chaos and maybe a lack of stability right now because of COVID. Hierophant in reverse means that they tend to be someone that goes their own way. They tend to make their own rules. They tend to not be bogged down by society's expectations. They tend to be very much in their own thing. High Priestess. So I feel like they are quite close to being manifested or coming into your life. So they're not here yet, so it could be this year instead of being 3 months, but they're very, very soon. So I feel like they normally do in a state of financial stability. Just with COVID, they're not. Midnight says, what's the deal between me and VR? Does he like me or hate me? It seems like he struggles with talking to people. He might not understand what he's like. Maybe like what's coming in is like atypical behavior, maybe an ability to actually talk to people and kind of generate enough words for them to understand him. He tries very hard with you, but it's a struggle to kind of try to deal with emotions or regulate how he's feeling, or deal with like how he's supposed to cope around you. And so therefore there's just this kind of bit where you've got to give him space, because he doesn't know how to communicate. Not in a bad way, he's just struggling. And also he possibly can't pick up the social cues that you got on your face, so therefore he's not hating you, he's just having a hard time trying to explain that. Mancy says good proposals coming towards me this month. Okay. It's hard because I don't think there's going to be any kind of particular good ones, because you seem to be in a state of introvertness. There's kind of a bit where you're kind of upset with the world, or you don't like the world as it is, and you kind of turn your back on it a lot, so you kind of a little bit in a state of like, no, it doesn't give me anything good, and you struggle to kind of deal with life a lot. So I feel like in general, Mancy, it possibly won't be this month. It just feels like you're struggling a lot in yourself right now. I wish I could give you a hug right now, because it seems like this year's giving you like like what do we say in dance, like 3 steps forwards, 2 steps back. I wish it was just dancing, because it feels like you've been struggling a lot lately. It's hard because I think when you get things, they just pass through your life. It seems like that's a thing that you normally have. There was a tower moment in your life. It possibly was built on expectations of what was going to happen at Celia. So it might have been based on your expectations for your marriage, and yeah, it just feels like it might be in a state of disrepair. I think you were very highly foolish. How would I explain this? You didn't take the responsibilities of looking after yourself. You let this kind of marriage be the thing that kind of provided you support, and when it didn't, you were like left to fend for yourself, which is not good, because you weren't in a state to look after yourself. Ace of Pentacles. You need to kind of realize that when people offer you things, you should say yes to it. So I would say in the next 6 months, you should say yes to as many opportunities as you get. Your dissatisfaction about like not being like being separated, and all this financial loss, you have to realize it's yourself, and you need to kind of control it, because it's up to you. It's not up to your other half. It's like you make your reality. You are able to make your reality. So you need to realize that the only person to change all of this is yourself, unfortunately. And I would just, if they don't want to be with you, you go, bye. It says, please pick a card from the angel deck. Give your relationship a chance. It says, work on your partnership. Hello, Alicia. Does he love you? No. There's unrequited love. There's no attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. You need to heal your family issues. You've got quite a lot, Mancy. You need to flirt and you need to express your love. You also need to get to know each other. So I think that you might go into a relationship too fast without getting to know the other person, and so therefore when it kind of falls apart, you don't have this it says honeymoon, but this seems like it says enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So it could be that you need to kind of go on holiday sometime, and that's possibly when you'll get time to actually work on your things. Where will meet the one to lead me to marriage? Alexandra wants a location. I think I said that it was supposed to be in a... I'm very sure I said a garden party. Okay, where will you meet your person? It still feels like outside to me, but then there's these things here. So you've got to kind of heal your heart, and you've got to stop being self-destructive to yourself. Yeah. This is the major thing that comes out. So even if you met this person, you're not ready yet for this kind of romantic partner, because you need to kind of work on healing yourself and stopping the self-destruction that happens. Also, the whole idea is you keep your options open and you don't commit to someone, okay? You don't commit to someone, so you're not committed to that person. Also, planning. So it seems like you have to plan to meet this person. So I would suggest that you need to kind of get to know people. I feel like this is a friend of a friend. So go outside. It might be that you meet this person. Like, there is the sun, which seems to be self-love and care, so that goes in hand with the whole idea of self-sabotage. Also, yeah, I feel like a picnic or time spent outside with friends is where you'll actually meet this person. Alexandra. Okay. Is John Aquarius your future spouse? It's kind of hard because there is codependency in this relationship. So this kind of feels like this is a hard one. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it might not be codependency on the other person. It could be that someone is codependent on something addictive. That's one of the things. This could be the one, yes. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And it's a retreat. So time to disconnect from the world. So this could be a call for you or your partner to spend time away retreat and codependency on abusive substances, or something that's kind of coming up as being very addictive that the person needs to get away from. And that could be why retreat and codependency is coming up at the same time. So someone needs to work on their addictions in this one. Alicia. Jane says, I'm doing mirroring at the moment. Will it change my face? Knight of Cups. I think it will be interesting, because I think, yes, it will change your face, but it might not change your perspective of yourself. So that's kind of a hard one, because I feel like you think you're unattractive, Jane. And that's not great, because then you'll kind of get to a point that you'll always consider yourself ugly. And I would say to you, Jane, even if this changes your face, this might need to kind of think of what you're going to, how you're going to make yourself feel attractive. Because if you don't feel attractive, then it's going to be very hard for you to convince yourself otherwise. Benita says, what are Christopher's feelings for me? No contact. He wants to come back. This person wants to come back, Benita. He's like healing and wants to come back. So Rahul, what's coming towards me in September from love? You need to control your love life. You need to stop waiting around for something and start putting obvious signs out that you're ready for a thing. Is there any proposal coming towards me? Really need a good partner. It's hard because I feel like you withdraw from things. So even if someone kind of confesses their love feelings for you, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's great, good job, and then you just like disappear or ghost them for days. And you might just be one of those people that you've got to accept that there's kind of something that holds you back from sharing people's feelings, and you need to kind of figure out what it is, because if you keep on doing this, it's going to keep on doing the same effect. What does my coordinator Veronica think about me after I told her about a problem I had with the classmate? If she believes me. She feels like you're kind of overreacting, that you need to kind of look after yourself first. That you might be, yeah, I feel like it's overreaction. It might be that you kind of are quiet normally, so therefore like she's like, what is the mask I wear versus my true personality? Is it deceptive? Says Littlefoot. Right, interesting. You kind of play the fool. That's what you tend to portray on the outside. But inside, you're very mature. You're very, you don't want people to see that you care too much. that you are always like very wary of what other people say or getting too close to people. So you kind of have this like very outgoing personality that everyone's attracted to, but that's not the real you. You tend to be very distant from people. Is it deceptive? To the rest of the world, they don't know the difference. I think they think that person that's very carefree, very very outgoing, they see. So yeah, I don't think that in some ways you're lying. You just don't want to show like who you are, just in case you're like scare people away or something. They'll be like, oh no, Littlefoot has a brain. Run away. Am I supposed to be with my Capricorn JM in the future? Is he the one? Thank you. It's hard because like the cards are telling you to see a bigger picture. Like you're very zoned into this guy right now, and they're telling you to see bigger. It could also be that you're putting in all the work, all the effort, and the other person's doing nothing. So you might need to kind of think, is this like the right thing for me? Because if they are always like giving you nothing and you're putting all this work in, this is why you should see the bigger picture and just sit there and go, huh? Miriam says, do they accept that as evidence? Firstly, they want you to be patient. Secondly, you might be seeing like a future that is kind of closer. Yeah. And it says concentrate on yourself first. So kind of concentrate on yourself a lot more than other people. It could be that you always tend to be very over exaggeration or very high energy, so therefore your words kind of are very strong in nature. So it could be that you need to kind of calm down. You need to kind of be present, focused, and concentrate on yourself, because whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen a month or 2 months from now. So take your time. Don't panic. Don't get upset. Don't get angry. Kind of be very calm and fastidious, I guess. That's what I would say. Christy, of course you can. Oh no, I did close the list. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Christy. Do they accept that no. It is, hello, I'm too much worried about my married life. Tell me what will happen. Well, firstly, there will be a time that you're not so stuck. You'll be free. Also, there is kind of like a desperation energy from you, which I would suggest not doing. Because this person thinks you're very dependent on them. So your husband, Zeneb, knows that you can't live without them. So it's kind of one of those things. No, whatever is naturally going to happen is going to happen very soon, and you'll be free. So it might be that you have to kind of realize that it's the end of this. because freedom plus the Hangman means that you'll fall naturally into the space that you needed to go anyway. So I would say in general it would happen that you naturally it would be freedom that you'll go to Seneb. Alexandra says, I need to germinate. What year? Oh my god. Firstly, it says look after yourself first, grow yourself first. So it might be that you need to kind of work on yourself. Because yeah, it might be one of those things that you need to wait a couple of years. You need to invest in yourself first, possibly grow a little bit older. Knight of Cups in reverse. You might be one-tracked minded about this, and it might take you... It might be a little bit upsetting, but I would suggest not doing that. Because it's going to take a while, and if you get really close to this is going to hurt you more than you know. Being very, very, very close to this. It will happen when it happens. You will have kids. You just have to wait for it. Rapal says, hey, how are you? Hi! When will I find my life partner? Interesting. You've got Queen of Wands, and you're King of Wands. Perfect match. So romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth being explored. So it might be that you know this person already if you have romantic feelings for them already. So Queen of Wands is extroverted, has plenty of friends, tends to be a social butterfly, tends to be around people a lot, tends to really be independent as well. But then you are King of Wands, so you do the same. So that's great match. Tends to be more outside compared to any of the other cards. Tends to just enjoy being out and about. So I feel like that's a perfect match. So keep your eyes out because you know this person already, Rapal. If you have romantic feelings, they're there then. Someone told me to work with the deity Ocean. Does Ocean like me? Well, firstly, I feel like you tend to be very like you ask very specific questions that the deity might not be able to answer for you because they are too small and possibly too petty. Because it depends on who you're working with, how much they consider your request, because they might be above most of the questions you'd ask as a mortal. Also, to see a bigger picture, so this person, this deity would want you to see huge amount of detail that you might not be able to comprehend. And this would also lead to burnout, like downtime. You might not be able to kind of download or process what the deity is trying to explain to you. So this might not be in your energy level right now, Christy, compared to like in the future. Hey, Sun Goddess! Hey, Andre! Will I have fun in being a genetics major? Wow, that is sort of the same question, the same card. Firstly, work on yourself. See what you're finding interesting and keep working on the things that you find interesting, not to please other people. Also, Knight of Cups as well. Reverse. Don't get too bogged down on the minutia. You might be one of these people that tends to really go, I have to learn this perfectly, I have to learn this like it's really tiny, and I think like the most enjoyable part would be to kind of work on what you find interesting in this, and kind of not get too bogged down, because I think that you're very much a person that likes the little things, gets stressed out if they don't have the right pen, write the right way, what if I run out of my ink in my favorite pen kind of person. And you might need to kind of realize that with this, it's going to be too fast paced for you to be specific like you normally do, sun goddess. So you need to kind of work with that. I think focus on yourself. Yeah. So Benita, what will my impressions be of your life partner? Now, this is kind of weird because I do read this as a self-addiction, which is interesting because some other people will disagree with me, but this I read as an addiction of some kind. So they will notice that your partner, or they have an impression that your partner is addicted to something. This could be that what would I say, you know, when you take your partner and you have teetotal parents and they order one glass of wine, and then suddenly your parents are flipping out because, oh my god, they drank wine. It doesn't mean that they have an addictive quality, but your parents might see that, which will be very interesting to explain later. They see interesting. Okay. So I would say that they see this this person as a kid. They're not going to see this as a fully grown person. So when you bring this person home, they might sit there and go, they're very immature. They don't have their kind of way, but they will see that this person has a dream, and is hyper focused. So even though they kind of feel like that person's immature, they will see like they're very, very focused. They have their dream. They might see it as being unrealistic, but they still see that in general they're very, 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 very very, 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 very focused, and I think they'll like him or them, just not the first meeting. I feel it might be like that bit where you're like, no, it was only one glass of wine, they don't normally drink. Panima says, is there any good news coming towards me in September? Thank you. Panima, you actually have a move coming up. This is usually a physical move. This could be a thing, but this is just going to keep on moving, okay? So how is your next meeting with A going to go? I think you have to make sure that you let control go on this. I think that with you being quite a person that might have control issues with some of parts of your life. That doesn't mean all of them. I'm kind of feeling like you control quite a lot of your life. You need to kind of let go and kind of enjoy the moment, because I think most of the time you kind of really get into that bit where you kind of, yeah. Don't enjoy yourself. Don't let go. Don't let loose. A little sad. Does the Libra miss you? Yes, for sure. With this card, yes. Will Karen turn our relationship into marriage? Nancy, you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person. It seems like you need to honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I don't think you've ever told them exactly how you feel, or you don't even talk to them. Nessa says, how do you feel about my last message? They're very staying optimistic and positive, so they're trying to be positive thinking, and faith will bring you romance. So this person still cares about what you think and stuff. What's coming towards me in love this month, says Tippy. Express your love. Ooh, there's someone that you're kind of keeping your eye on. Go ahead and make a romantic gesture. So it might be something. It's a thing. How does my husband currently feel about me? You need to have open heart-to-heart discussion with your partner. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. It might be that they have felt very disconnected from you for a while now, and so Rocky, you need to kind of talk to them. No worries, Priya. Okay, so we need to write list closed. I'm going to be here all night. Visually, I will do your question. I have already done yours. We're up to Sabrai. Will I get a job next year? It's hard because it's saying that you're not going to get what you want offered. It might be that you need to figure out a way of helping yourself somehow. I think a lot of the jobs are full right now, and there's not a lot of hiring process. You need to find a place for yourself. Super high. So you need to kind of hire yourself, I feel. Give yourself a place. Should T and I get in a romantic and serious relationship? So it seems like the idea is there to manifest as you will. Can we have clarifier out of the romantic tarot for you? Because it seems like it's there. Yeah. Release your ex came up. So it seems like, yeah, get it on. Release your ex, move forward. Bring the idea of a new kind of world to yourself. Hi, Linda. What do people think about my... I did do your sun goddess. I just did it. What do people think about the picture I posted? Weirdly enough, this is the Magician in reverse. People don't understand why you posted it. They possibly not have any idea in their head why you did that. So maybe you were trying to prove something with that image, or you were trying to shock people. And they really have no clue why you did that. Will I have kids this year? Zena, I already did yours, my love. Will I have I feel like no. This is coming up with the world, so exploration, possibilities, global scale. So I don't think that you will have kids this year because it seems like a year of exploration. Little sag. Ashley says, will I be attracted to A when I meet him online? Yeah, I feel like this person sees you as a beautiful person of... They definitely know what you like. Queen of Pentacles. Very focused on money. Tends to really want to start their own business, get into management, get into things. And they'll be sitting there giving you little gifts of money every now and again. So I think this person will just win you over with like, here you go. Here's like £2 for ice cream. They'll be definitely trying to like gift you little bits of money every now and again. What is the Aries? So maybe you won't be attracted to the physicality, but you'll definitely get attracted to the person. Yeah, Ashley. What is the Aries' current thoughts of you, Big Mama? I think that they like you enough to not care what other people might think of you. And that is amazing. That is like full on unconditional love. I do it in order. So what would Jay call me? Thank you guys. So we're at the end. Woohoo! We finally got there. Thank you. So Jalea, you're the last one on the list. When will Jay call me? This one in reverse means that you're scared that the sky is falling. Like the little tiny but like chicken that thinks the sky is falling. You're running around going, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Jay's not calling. Jay's not calling. It's alright. It's fine. Let them not contact you for a couple of days. And when they finally contact you, you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad to hear from you. It's very nice to see you. But yeah. So yeah, in general, just like wait for them to kind of get back to you. If you just come in, we have finished the list. So we have finished the list. We finish. Yeah, we finished the list. Sorry about that. I will try to be back on Sunday. Sunday and Monday are my usual ones, but today it was a day off, so I decided to do it today. But those are my normal ones. Please come back whenever you can, and subscribe, because I love to see you, and I will see you all soon. Much love to and light to all of you. If you do want a reading, there is a link in the description. Obviously that will be paid. And I will see you when I see you. Love and light to all of you. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye. I miss you already. I do.